China's in trouble. She's out. Like we said, second to none.
Block is brought to you by Octagon.
Smiling. On total strikes at the moment.
Fight fans, welcome to Combat Sports Network. Today, we're embarking on a journey through the world of mixed martial arts as we unveil the top 10 craziest UFC knockouts in history. This countdown is packed with jaw-dropping, history-defining moments of MMA. From astonishing comebacks to iconic performances, each knockout on this list has a story that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. So get ready. Starting with an iconic moment for the history books at number 10 and building up to the most mind-blowing knockout you won't want to miss at number 1. Can you guess it? Stick with us because you won't believe the epic moments that lie ahead. Number 10, Dan Henderson versus Michael Bisping, UFC 100, July 11, 2009. The foundation was set on the Ultimate Fighter as a burgeoning rivalry between Henderson and Bisping took center stage. Tensions reached a fever pitch, and the climax? It was nothing short of monumental. With a right hand famously dubbed the H-bomb, Henderson left an indelible mark, not just on Bisping, but on the MMA world. That electrifying moment became a cornerstone of Henderson's illustrious career. But the story didn't end there. As time unfolded, Bisping, showing the heart of a champion, not only climbed to the pinnacle of the sport and secured the middleweight title, but also faced Henderson in a high-stakes rematch. Despite tasting the power of another H-bomb that threatened to revisit history, Bisping showcased resilience, clawing his way to a hard-fought decision victory. A testament to the unpredictable and ever-evolving world of MMA. Number 9, Mirko Cro Cop versus Gabriel Gonzaga, UFC 70, April 21, 2007.
Mirko looks tentative, though.
Before stepping into the UFC octagon, Mirko Cro Cop Filipovic had already etched his name in combat sports lore, primarily due to his thunderous kicks and the chilling adage, right leg hospital, left leg cemetery. This catchphrase wasn't just for show, it was an unspoken warning to his opponents, earned from his countless victories. Entering the UFC, many expected the same dominant trajectory. However, in a twist that left fans and analysts stunned, Gonzaga, drawing from Cro Cop's own playbook, unleashed a devastating right head kick. The irony was palpable. The legendary Cro Cop, laid out cold by the very technique that had become his signature. The MMA world was reminded that night that even legends aren't invincible and that the sport always has a few surprises in store. Number 8, Anderson Silva versus Vitor Belfort, UFC 126, February 5, 2011.
Second to none.
In a battle of Brazilian legends, the masterful Spider Anderson Silva squared off against the formidable Vitor Belfort. Both stood as titans in the MMA world with legacies stretching across iconic moments. As the world watched in anticipation, it was Silva who unveiled an unexpected masterpiece. He delivered a front kick, now famously known as the Spider's Kiss, catching Belfort off guard. This wasn't just a knockout, it was a statement. It epitomized Silva's reign over the middleweight division and highlighted his knack for creating unforgettable moments. A notable mention, which almost made the list, was his dazzling performance against Forrest Griffin. Time and time again, the Spider solidified his status as one of the MMA greats. Number 7, Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm, UFC 193, November 14, 2015.
Beautiful. She's hot. China's in trouble. She's out. Holly looking to finish. Holly Holm is the new UFC.
Ronda Rousey, the embodiment of invincibility in the women's bantamweight division, had cemented her place as a trailblazing champion. With a string of rapid-fire armbar finishes and a media presence like no other, the world was convinced she was unbeatable. The narrative was set for another Rousey victory when the challenger, Holly Holm, stepped into the octagon. But as the rounds progressed, it became evident that Holm had come prepared. In a turn of events that stunned the world, Holm executed a perfect head kick, laying out the champion and achieving the seemingly impossible. The seismic upset not only reshaped Rousey's career, but also ignited a new chapter in the women's bantamweight division, proving once again the unpredictability of MMA. Number 6, Joaquin Buckley versus Impa Kasanganay, UFC Fight Night, October 10, 2020.
They are so even on total strikes at the moment.
In an event filled with impressive performances, Buckley's moment of brilliance was a showstopper. As Kasanganay attempted a catch and redirect, Buckley pulled off a spinning back kick so precise and devastating it seemed ripped from the pages of a martial arts fantasy. The MMA community was left in awe, but it wasn't just the fight fans that were talking. The knockout became a viral sensation overnight, with millions around the globe sharing, reacting, and marveling at the athletic prowess. Dubbed by many as the knockout of the year, and for some, even the decade, Buckley's feat showcased the global reach and influence of a truly remarkable MMA moment. Number 5, Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman, UFC 278, August 21, 2022.
That would be a moral victory from Leon Edwards.
But that is not the cloth from which he is cut. I mean, that is a degenerate.
When Edwards and Usman stepped into the octagon, both brought significant legacies. Usman had dominated the welterweight division, consistently besting top fighters, including a win over Edwards in their previous meeting. Edwards, in contrast, boasted an impressive unbeaten run and was eager to claim the title and settle scores. Throughout the fight, Usman seemed on track for another title defense, a sentiment echoed by the commentators.
That would be a moral victory from Leon Edwards.
But that is not the cloth from which he is cut. I mean, that is a degenerate.
Yet, in the fight's closing moments, Edwards landed a game-changing head kick, toppling the dominant champion. Capturing the essence of his triumph, Edwards' post-fight speech gave us the unforgettable line. The rivalry didn't end there, with Edwards securing a win in their much-anticipated trilogy bout, solidifying his place in MMA history. Number 4, George Masvidal versus Ben Askren, UFC 239, July 6, 2019.
Is brought to you by Modelo.
In the lead-up to this much-anticipated bout, the tension between Masvidal and Askren was palpable. Their exchanges outside the octagon, verbal spars, and intense face-offs promised an explosive showdown. Masvidal, already a respected name in the MMA community, was about to ascend to a different echelon of stardom. 5 seconds into the fight, the MMA world was left stunned. Masvidal launched a flying knee, instantly halting Askren's undefeated momentum. This wasn't just the fastest knockout in UFC history, it was a seismic shift in both fighters' careers. Post-fight, the knockout clip went viral, catapulting Masvidal from an MMA staple to an international superstar, further proving that in the cage, a single moment can redefine legacy. Number 3, Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor, UFC 194, December 12, 2015.
Conor relaxed and smiling.
The stage was set for one of the most anticipated bouts in UFC history. Aldo, the featherweight kingpin, had dominated his division for nearly a decade, fending off all challengers with unparalleled skill and tenacity. Enter Conor McGregor, the charismatic Irishman whose meteoric rise was accompanied by a torrent of trash talk and grand predictions. His uncanny ability to back up his words with performances had made him a phenomenon even before this title shot. The MMA world was on the edge of its seat, but the Clash of Titans ended in a blink. 13 seconds and a precision left hand was all McGregor needed to topple Aldo's reign. What made it even more impressive is that Conor predicted almost every single spectacular knockout when leading up to this fight, including his highlight reel finish of Aldo. In the aftermath, McGregor's star didn't just rise, it exploded, propelling him beyond MMA into global superstardom, his name becoming synonymous with combat sports itself. Number 2, Chan Sung Jung versus Yair Rodriguez. UFC Fight Night, November 10, 2018.
Are they going to throw another big shot?
Oh, nice body kick.
One more flurry.
Oh!
Number 2 on our list belongs to a battle that was nothing short of an MMA miracle. The atmosphere, electric, as two of the most dynamic featherweights went head-to-head. For the majority of the fight, the Korean Zombie seemed poised for a victory, with both fighters giving their all, demonstrating sheer tenacity and skill. But as the clock dwindled, with just seconds remaining in a fight that Rodriguez appeared destined to lose on points, destiny had another twist in store. In a split second of pure innovation and desperation, Rodriguez unleashed an elbow, not just any elbow, but an upwards, almost blind elbow shot that would etch his name in MMA folklore. The Korean Zombie, who was moments away from sealing a hard-fought victory, found himself on the canvas, leaving fans and fighters alike in awe of the breathtaking turn of events. It's moments like these, where the impossible becomes reality, that make MMA the heart-pounding spectacle it is. Yair's last-second heroic stand as a testament to the sport's credo. It's not over until it's truly over. Number 1, Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya, UFC 278, 2023. The grand finale on our list belongs to a clash of two titans with a storyline buildup that came straight from the MMA gods. As the lights dimmed and anticipation buzzed, two striking maestros stepped into the octagon for their epic fourth encounter. Their storied rivalry? Nothing short of legendary. Adesanya, with his fluid style and striking prowess, had faced heartbreak 3 times against Pereira. Twice, the stylebender showcased a masterclass in MMA, seemingly leading on the scorecards. Yet, in the final moments of those bouts, Pereira delivered shocking knockouts that left fans worldwide in disbelief. But UFC 278 had a different narrative in store. Just when it looked like Adesanya's fate was sealed, as Pereira unleashed a blistering combination, a twist awaited. In a move reminiscent of boxing's greatest, Adesanya brilliantly executed a rope-a-dope, flooring Pereira with a strike that will be replayed for generations. With this, the stylebender not only avenged his previous losses, but carved another legendary moment in MMA history. Will the MMA gods grant us a 5th meeting between these giants? There you have it, folks, a journey through the top 10 knockouts that have truly defined MMA's essence. Relive these iconic clashes, let the debates rage on, and immerse yourself once more in the raw emotion of these unforgettable moments. But before you dive into that comment section, do us a solid, smash that like button, show some love, and if you're hungry for more heart-stopping combat sports content, make sure to hit subscribe. Thank you for joining us on this roller coaster of MMA history. See you in the next one.